So, ladies and gentlemen, while the national anthem is still played for the Italians, we already focus our eyes on the next final. It's the final of the men's lightweight single sculls, 72.5 kilos maximum weight of the athletes. Lane 1, Stanley Delaire for France. Lane 2, the junior of last year, Andrew Campbell Jr., bronze medalist in the single scull at the Junior World Championships. The strongest man on the rowing machine. Henrik Stefansen of Denmark, also the strongest man so far here, clocking the fastest heat time. 3 times world champion. Duncan Grant of New Zealand. 2007 to 2009 was his winning streak. Pietro Ruta of Italian in lane 5. He was second at the Lucerne International Races at the World Cup. And here we are with Adam Freeman-Pask of Great Britain, 26 years old. He was in the double at Lucerne and then came into the single right after finishing second in the B final there. That's Andrew Campbell Jr. for the United States. Wow, what a career. I mean, last year he was in the junior final. This year he's here with the lightweight men fighting it out for the senior gold medal. He's even in this lane 2, meaning he was second in his semifinal with every chance. And he already won a bronze medal a few weeks ago, the bronze medal at the Amsterdam Under-23s.
Look at the ferocity in lane 3 with Denmark launching out of the blocks, trying to take that massive erg score and put it on his oars.
Yeah, that's always a challenge for Henrik Stefansen. He's a very strong man, but especially in team boats, he's not always able of really putting in his power effectively. He did so far in the single scull. Last year he was outstanding, already reaching the final in the single scull. Here we have him, but he is already an Olympic champion in the men's 4. So in the sweep side, he does well. In the sculling sector, which is his main sector, it didn't go too well for him, especially not in the double. So here we have Pietro Ruta, I would say, for Italy.
And the blades of Andrew Campbell, the youngster in the field at only age 19. What a fantastic 2 years for this guy to get to launch onto the international stage like this. And check it out, right now it looks like he is running second, just about a half a deck back from France.
Well, every 4 or 5 years you have that, an outstanding talent comes through from junior class and immediately manages to get a place in this top-level elite rowing scene. Maybe he can do that. He's very fast on the first quarter of the race. We see this side view here slightly from ahead of the crew, so the angle is deceiving once more, but it's not much to choose between Duncan Grant of New Zealand, then it's Campbell and also Delaire, so France is there too, but it's only half a length between all 6 athletes. Great racing so far.
And it's a little tricky to try to figure out anything from the heat because you know, Stefansen had a massive lead over Norway when he won his heat, but he looked like he was on a personal mission to just clock the fastest 2K out there, whereas I think there was a little more strategy going on in the other 2 heats.
Yeah, he hangs back a little bit at this point with 3 boats nearly level. Here we see them. It's Delaire for France in the background, and before him Campbell for the United States, and here we have the 3-time world champion Grant of New Zealand, once more back to form. And from the above view, from this from our colleague, the virtual man, the computer generated, we can see that indeed Stefansen hangs back a little bit. But let's look at this. This is just half a length separating all 6 scullers. This is 72.5 kilo maximum weight. They all go for more or less the same physique, so they can only distinguish themselves by the technique, by their feel for the boat, by the psychological side of the whole game.
Grant rowing a very aggressive 34.5 beats a minute for stroke rate. Campbell looks to be understroking him by a couple of beats. I'll grab that stroke rate for you in a second, but still hanging really tough in there. And right in lane 3, Stefansson putting the power on the oars, right in the thick of it, right in the middle of the battle between USA and New Zealand.
So now the battle's on for gold, as you say, yes, between the former Olympic champion, the 4, Henrik Stefansson of Denmark, coming to the halfway mark, just 23 hundredths of a second behind the 3-time world champion in this class, Duncan Grant of New Zealand. Now, Grant is a strong man too. Can he display his greater experience in this class, or will it be just the physical power? We talked about physical differences being not so big, but in fact, Stefansson outclasses most of them by about 10 seconds on the rowing machine, on the Concept 2 rowing machine, which is the standard for international competition. And now he displays that power by also moving his boat very well. 14 kilos once more to the boat. That's the minimum weight set by FISA. And he's on, I think it must be around 37. What do you think? Or what does your stroke watch tell you?
I will tell you. And you know what was fascinating there, they were running level. This says he's only at 34, but I actually saw him adjust his rhythm. They were side by side, and Grant was just ticking it along really solid, and Stefansson made some kind of rhythm adjustment and just started cranking the power into his legs, into his body, and ultimately into the boat.
That's one of his qualities. He can up the rate from one stroke to the next because he's so physically strong. He's just there, and it can be 34 one stroke, and then 36 and going on the next stroke. This is Duncan Grant. What can he do? Can he challenge Stefansson once more? Stefansson now has the run. 36 strokes a minute for Duncan Grant in second place.
And now Stefansson looking like a man possessed. 35 beats a minute, but just wailing on it. I can't think of a better way to describe the amount of power that is being channeled into that boat.
He wants to show it to everybody, and of course his aim might be also the Olympic double or the Olympic 4. Both outstanding medal hopes for Denmark. I mean, Rasmus Quist and Mats Rasmussen are there. Once more, the Olympic bronze medalist from Beijing are once more in the double. We will see them racing later this week. So he probably wants to be in that Olympic boat class where he has racing here in the non-Olympic event. But he's on his way to a world champion title. He's first in the single, definitely, but it's still about 300 meters to go. Stefansson of Denmark, and the battle's on for bronze and silver, and fourth place between Ruta of Italy now coming through Grant, and also it's Campbell Jr., Andrew Campbell Jr. there in the background, still within contention of the medals.
And Ruta appears to now be claiming that silver medal. There's 250 meters to go. Grant now looking over at Campbell. Did he go too hard too early? Well, there's a lot of experience with Duncan Grant. And now Grant shifts it up another beat.
Oh yeah, and so he has, because Junior sniffs his chance here. I think he looked over to his left side a moment ago, and now coming to the final sprint, you can't see Stefansson anymore. He's way ahead of the rest of the competitors. Rose in a class of his own now, still on 41 stroke a minute now in his final sprint. Look at this, great performance once more from Henrik Stefansson. He's winning a fantastic gold medal in the men's lightweight single scull, securing the first gold of this regatta for Denmark. Second place for Italy. So it's another medal here for Italy. The silver medal and the bronze will go to Duncan Grant, the New Zealand contender in the men's single scull lightweight. Campbell in fourth place. Then it's Dulaire for France in fifth. And sixth place is Adam Freeman-Pask of Great Britain. Thank you, athletes, for this great race. And the gold medal goes to Henrik Stefansson in a very good time indeed. Just about 7 seconds above the world best time. And look at this, it was about 7 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. So, confirmation of that result. Gold medal for Henrik Stefansson of Denmark, Pietro Ruta for Italy taking the silver, and bronze medal for Duncan Grant, New Zealand.